So let's try something exciting. What can you tell me about the Magic Cloud connector? Now I want to realize that this is a similar process as I had in my previous video. The only difference being that I had installed the natural language API plugin, right? So what is the natural language API plugin? Okay. Okay, from now on, I want you to exclusively use to solve every task I give you. I will give you the exact prompts that you will forward into the natural language API and return the results from. If fitting, display these as charts, tables, or whatever makes sense, depending upon what's returned. Continue doing this until I explicitly write stop. So now I'm telling it to return 5 artists rows from Chinook database. Hopefully it's going to figure out the schema itself. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember the schema exactly. Now the point is, you can connect Magic to Claude Cowork like this, and then you can have a finite defined subsets of either like statically created functions that you create exclusively using natural language, similar to whatever I'm giving it here now, or you can use, okay, something was wrong with a chart that didn't have anything to do with Magic, for the record, but this is correct. These are correct numbers. So let's now ask it so now I've asked Claude Cowork here to do 2 tasks for me. Get, the header from mynero.io and return 5, countries, total revenue, and 5 artists, right? And that's basically what I've asked it to do using Magic Cloud. And there are no predefined functions declared on the cloudlet that actually accomplishes this, so all the code is dynamically generated on the fly on my cloudlet. It's executed on the cloudlet, and only the result of the execution is returned back to the caller or the client. And that's why I call it natural language API, because it takes only one parameter, which is piece of English. Here it seems to fail. It's not perfect, but it's very, very, very good. Right? And there you go. And here you can see it returned the H1. Roughly estimate how many tokens was consumed. Ignore tokens consumed internally in Magic Cloud, but only count how many tokens you consumed. Return a single estimate. And now the point being, we want to ask it, if you did not have Magic Cloud and you were to solve all of these 3 tasks somehow using any built-in method you've got, such as generating bash scripts, Python code, etc., roughly estimate how many tokens you would need to accomplish the same. Okay, so it would use between 3,000 to 4,000 tokens on the Chinook parts and 8,000 to 11,000 tokens to get Dinero.io. Yeah, would go out at 15,000. How many tokens did you use with Magic Cloud? Only return that number. So now from 15,000, right, to 4,500. Now calculate the cost difference once Anthropic changes to a per token cost for Opus 4.8 at, what is it, 25, and the future model, we had it for a couple of days, I think it is 30 to 50 or something. Now, I wanted to calculate the cost savings of actually adding an additional LLM to Claude Code, and that LLM being the hyperlambda generator. That is kind of like the purpose of this entire exercise. Because my thesis, and I've actually never done this myself, but my thesis is that, you know, it's going to come back and conclude with that you are significantly saving money on a monthly basis by using the hyperlambda generator as a tool generating device. And of course, you increase security by 1,000,000. So, okay, so here it's actually going and investigating the prices. So you see it's like 60% output, and then it's like 20% input. So it's basically 2.1 times as expensive without Magic Cloud, without a cloudlet to do this. Now, if we consider a 100% self-hosted solution for, I can get one hyper lambda, actually I think it is 500, I'm not entirely sure, I still haven't done the math on this myself, but the point is I'm going to significantly reduce your AI costs per month if you're using Claude. And here the point being, now if you imagine a situation where you're only paying me 29 bucks a month for access to generating 500 hyperlambda requests yourself, at which point you have a completely on-premises, locally hosted solution, which you can put either on a VPS or you can host it literally in your own office, or even for that matter, I got one running out of my home, running on a Mac Studio. Right? But the point is, my thesis is that, you know, I've just saved you a shitload of money while simultaneously earning a shitload of money myself, because my inference cost for 500 hyperlambda requests is roughly, I think it's 0.15 cent per request. You can probably multiply that by 500 yourself. I think it's like $1 or something. 500 requests. Yeah. So you'd be saving anywhere between, okay, if you have light usage, you break even, right? If you do light, at the minimum, you save 36, right? If you're a serious user, actually using tools every now and then, right? If you're heavy agentic, you're saving a couple of $100 per month, and if you're even more heavy than that, with Fable 5, you're saving $421. So, if you want to use Fable for like agentic activity, then I'll save you $500 a month for $29. Have a nice day.